What's good, guys? So let's do a quick backtesting session. I've just arrived at work and apparently no one's here because it was raining, so I was like, maybe let me be doing some backtesting. After all, I've been enjoying it. So let's do the NAS as well. Let's go to the daily first. So our daily still in an uptrend, no debate on that. Then you can see that we've got some gaps. I don't know if they'll be refilled, but we're still in an uptrend. So if it goes down, we can expect to fill these imbalances right here and then look to push higher later on the 4 hour. Any possible retracement zones will be this fair value gap. We've got another block right here. We've got this 4 hour OB. Okay, and we've got this gap. So since price has decided to drop, we might expect it maybe to touch this 4 hour OB and push higher, or even this fair value gap and then push higher. 2 hour now. So 2 hours same analysis. If we're going to take read price and see where it goes. You can see here a low which was taken out, so it's a liquidity sweep. 30 minutes, let's make it there. Get a sweep right here. That's where we'll be looking for our entries and play the price and see. It's currently London session, so let's put maybe the 9:30 belling bell so we can see how it behaves at those times. Right, so we play it, bit of consolidation, pushes higher into the gap. I think New York will provide us with an opportunity to go higher. No one knows, but we can see what it tells us. Let's do it like this. So I've got a drop, swept out this liquidity. You can see that it has turned the bias to bearish. Let's see why. 15 minutes. I've reached a fair value gap here. We have the other block we are planning to retrace to as well. So are we going to get an entry? You can see there's no fair value gap yet that we've retraced to. Okay, there would be this one right here. This one, you can enter on this one and target to reach this other block. Support 1 to 2. Let's see how it goes. Stopped out, but this was still in this other fair value gap, so PM session could give us an entry. Looks like we've already started a new day. This is London session of Thursday. You can see that this fair value gap would provide an opportunity to even go lower. So it's currently 8. Go to 5 minutes. You can see that it's starting to drop a bit. 9:30 opening bell. Retracement went lower. Okay, I think I'll enter on this one. Somewhere on this fair value gap. Stop loss right here. TP right here. Okay, now I don't know why it's consolidating, but we're on Friday. Let's see what 8:30, 9:30 does. 9:30 stopped us 8. That's 8. So we were stopped out. Crazy stop out right here. So I think now there's the time we'll shift our bias. Let's see if we can buy this thing. Maybe it's not going to reach the order block at all. It's reacting to the fair value gap. You can see fair value gaps being respected here, and the respected fair value gap here. And this is the next buy side liquidity point. It was taken out, as you can see. So we can learn to spot these moves, such as this one. You can see this one right here, and this one. can see this liquidity, this equal was generated here, and the price is a bit choppy. Look at these wicks. Man, look at these wicks. Crazy. So about to anticipate a drop. I just want to see a drop to these equal lows right here. Seriously, what's this? Huh? I don't understand. Look at this. Price action is crazy at this time. How does the 15 look like? Wicks. Get a retest to this very gap. I might enter for buys. Very gap retested right here. Buys will be good in this area. Take a buy in here, so but we were a bit late maybe because the speed was fast. But let's see. Okay, we got another gap retested. Buy it. Target a 2. When I buy, it sells. When I sell, it buys. Seriously. What's wrong? Okay. Full retracement. Now here we can take us buy. So trade for the PM session. Choppy price again. This thing is not moving. Yeah, it moved as we wanted, even though it didn't move in our direction. You can see another sweep right here. Failed to break this low. Change in market structure. Another buy incoming non-stop. This is another day. Target that high. That's here. This one. Yeah. This is the most trippy price action I've ever seen in my life. Okay, quick stop out. I don't know what's wrong with price action. I thought we had a bullish bias, but now it's reversing. Seriously. So when I sell, it buys. When I sell, it buys. When I buy, it sells. This can make you reverse your strategy for real. Let's see. So a healthy retracement to a fair value gap and a quick drop. This fair value gap in here. And the drop to, we're expecting maybe these colors to be taken out since they were a good liquidity point. Let's see. Here we can take a small sell target here. Sell it like this. Yeah. Seriously. Retracement to this imbalance. Let's sell again. Let's target here. And the stop loss will be above somewhere like here. Let's see how this one works out. Quick step out. Alright, we'll be back for another session. Nas, we're not done yet. What is good, guys? So we are back for the second part of the backtesting session. Journaling yourself mostly makes you feel like you're crazy. And I did the first part when I was just at work, and so I'm now at home. I am from work. It's been some minutes because I leave work at 5 p.m. So let's do some quick backtesting. So I was backtesting the NAS. Let's remove all this graffiti. Ooh, sorry. Remove drawings. Yeah. So the indicators I use are basically the PO3 candle and the session indicator. So when I go to the daily, let me first start with the daily. You can see this is the Friday candle. We're about to start a new week. We can see a gap filled by this drop candle. I don't remember the name of this candle. If it's the shooting star, I don't really remember well. Shooting star candlestick. I don't know if it's that one exactly, but yeah, it's just a candle that has a really long wick and a small body, showing that the market was indecisive and might probably be heading to the upside. Right, so this will help us determine that we are in an uptrend, and as we can see that the recent high created the all-time high with liquidities right here, and in case we get a retracement to the downside, we can expect now to push high. So on the weekly now, we can see there were straight up close candles without C's, so you might expect this week as well to be bullish. We don't want to trade against the trend. So the daily, we've got our analysis from there. We can go now to the 4 hour. 4 hour, you can see that we've got this order block that wasn't fully retraced to, and we've got this one as well, this down close, this series of down close candles, but I think we would mark this one. And let's go further into the low time frames. We could get a clear view, so you can see this one right here. Market broke above and then went lower. This is a good liquidity point right here, and so this is another liquidity point. We can mark it up before we continue. Buy side liquidity, BSL. I do this thing every day. Try to write buy side liquidity, but then I don't know what happens with the FX replay, and then I end up trying to look for a commodity or something like that. Alright, so what time was it? It was currently lunch hour, so we can just basically play and see how it goes. I've just liked playing the 1 minute because it helped me see the candles print, even though it's of no much significance, but it's just fun. Let's play it. Let's see. You can see it's trying to go higher. Let's go now to the 1H. So if we would get a retracement of this other block, we would enter. You can see that there was one at 10, but if you could get another one, it would be a possible entry. I mean, retracement of a valid gap right here, and another one, and we would expect to push higher. So I mean, if we just get that, it will be enough to give us a solid entry confirmation, right? So we're dropping a bit, and it's still Friday, about to end, and market crashes and opens higher, and it's already taken out this buy side. So we're about to get a retracement to this gap, and then we push higher. Let's see. So it's currently 5, so this is London session. And go to the 30 minute. You can see a really good drop on this other block right here would act as a great point to push us higher. What time is it? It's 5:30. So let's wait for a candle confirmation on 15 minutes, and then we enter on this one. Reaction of an order block, this series right here, candle confirmation, then we in. Okay, so these candles are now starting to have indecision. Okay, you can see first candle confirmed it that we're trying to push higher, so I think this will be a good time to enter a long position and target these highs, and my stop loss will be right above this. You see this gap right here, so we're on this candle right here, somewhere here. So give us 1 to 9. Let's make it a full 2. So our New York session is about to start as well. 8:30, 9, 9:15, 9:30. Quick drop and then a push to the upside, and we end up hitting TP. Very good trade. You can see that it took, let's see how long it took. So basically this was a consolidation time. If you can see this, we got our sweep, see right here, and then a shift right here. Then we can enter another position on this fair value gap right here, retrace, and then a push. So how long did this take? Took 4 hours. So basically this is a good trade, and we would have scaled in right here, and right here would also give another small opportunity, even though we really don't know the next point that the market could target. But a quick rant about this trade is that one thing that we did wrong is maybe the entry time we would have waited, but then waiting would have resulted in other impacts. So waiting until maybe we're in the New York session. So that's where time and price comes in. So let's see if you can take another trade and tape read this, or take a trade here. Stop loss right in this order block, and take it a small 1 to 2 as well. Let's see if New York session pays us. So it's almost line shower. I wouldn't give this trade much hopes, even though we don't rely on hope. But you can see in the end we were literally stopped out, because it's line shower, man. What do you expect? But 1 quick entry before we go. You can see the low created in morning, swept out, and when you go to a lower time frame such as the 5-minute, after sweeping that out, we can see that so they were equal lows actually. Sweep out, a shift, then a small fair value gap retest. But let's see if we can get a stronger one, stronger retest, and then we can enter. Okay, so this is a stronger retest. The 15-minute, this will give us a confirmation right here. You can see a very big good fair value gap. So if we entered here, put a stop loss a few pips below this gap, then we target this high, almost a 3R. Let's play it and see. So new day starts, pushes higher, doesn't want to break, I don't know why. Taking a bit long. TP hit, good one. Are we 9 yet? Not yet, which means we can also look for another one in London, in New York session. You can see a really good trader here took long, 17 hours, that's too long, but not bad basically. So let's look for what London has to provide. So first of all, we can see that this high took this liquidity right here by a few pips, so this will be the next liquidity point to target. And when we go to the 2-hour time frame, you can see that. Sorry, let me zoom this in. Right, so what do we see? We can see basically that we have this gap in here, this imbalance, and judging by the look of the candles, you can see that it broke this one by a few points, which would make these some equal highs, this one right here, and maybe we'll get a retracement to another block and then continue pumping higher. So I'll go to the 1 hour, and you can see that the gap is valid right in here. So let's see what New York does. 30-minute, in the third minute you can quite just notice the fair value gap, but let's see how it plays out. So 30-minute pushes higher, taking out fully this high, and we're not yet 9:30, but it's already 9. Let's see what happens on the opening bell. The market drops a bit, you can see, onto this gap, onto this OB. Wow, I really missed the times where NAS was in an uptrend for real, because by the time of the recording of this video, it's in a great bloodbath, even though it's recovering somehow. I mean, you can see it on the charts. Right here, you can see this thing right here, and when you go to the daily, you can see that it's been dropping crazily, and they took great moves off of this move. I made great profits both on funded accounts, even though I ended up blowing some, but I learned a very good thing from them. So traded these moves right here and then to the upside, so you can see we're basically recovering from the move. Anyway, so getting back to our backtesting session, you can see that we have another block right here which is being reacted to, and we can go to the 15-minute. I don't know why I'm speaking really fast, but we can see that it also touched a fair value gap, and looking in closely on the 5-minute, we can see a sweep, or am I the blind one? A sweep of liquidity right here. I really hate it when I have to configure this. Why doesn't FX Replay have templates? So we got a shift in structure. So if we get a retest to our fair value gap or inverse fair value gap, then we can enter off of it. So anywhere in here will give us an entry. We would like to see that. So New York, don't disappoint. Let's see your quick drop. Let's see what actually we're glad we didn't take this one. You see, that's why you shouldn't. I don't really like limit orders, so by observing price you can see that it didn't give us any opportunity. And when you go to the 15-minute, you can see that it broke directly, it crashed, but it created an imbalance in here, a volume imbalance. So maybe we can expect it to be retested, and by dropping, we can see that we can try to mark now some important sell side liquidity levels, because when we zoom in, we can see that we've already had our change of character right here. So you can see this was the low taken out, even this internal one was taken out, which means we have shifted, and we can probably look for some sell side liquidity market will be running for, and then we also run for that as well. So this one no longer another block, new breaker block. So I really expect the market maybe to reach the midpoint so that it can at least fill some of this gap, because this gap is really huge, or even retest this one, because this is also a valid breaker block. This is also a valid breaker block. So let's play it and see. So it pushes higher and higher. Okay, so should we expect it to go higher? Okay, so looks like this was a false move, liquidity raid, lows taken out, because I don't see it trying to go lower. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so you got a fair value gap retest in here, you can see it, and another one in here. So should we enter? Well, I think we can do something quite good here. So you know the standard deviation, we've got a sweep by this candle, and then this candle was also taken out by this false move. So this false move from this point of the candle to here would give us where the market would trace back to. So from here to this one, we can see that we have our 4 level right here, which means this level might be approached. You can see when it reached between the 2 and the 2.5, it bounced a little, dropped, because between the 2 and 2.5 is resistance one, and then pushed higher. So we can join in by the testing of this fair value gap, by the retracement of this fair value gap, and then target the level 4 right here. So let's see how this one goes. So quick 2R. Let's see if we get this one. Started with a good push. What time are we? PM session. I don't really like the PM session though. It moves in choppy. Oh, do you see this? Look at, oh, TP was hit. So basically after hitting TP, market really crazy dropped, but you can see that the level 4 has been touched. So that's basically how standard deviations work. So we look at a sweep, false move of the that takes the sweep, that takes the low or the high that did the sweep, and also grabs liquidity from there. So that false move gives us a next target to look for when the market is moving. So I think that was good for this Tuesday, and now we can go back on a higher time frame. This was the 5 minute. Let's see how long this trade took. It took 3 hours and 15 minutes, almost 4, so not bad. So basically looking at it from the daily time frame standpoint, daily time frame point of view, you can see that this candle closed right here, and then another one opened just right here. You can see this imbalance in here, this imbalance in the new gap, in the new day. And when I go to the 4 hour, you can see that this is the most recent trade we took, and then this is the drop right here. You can see that we have a very big gap in right here. And when we go to the 2 hour, we have this candle, which this would be a crazy one because it doesn't show any direction, and then this imbalance which has to be filled, of course. So why would market drop to this point? Maybe to take out liquidity on this low, no one ever knows. So let's see what it's to do, and then we will react off of that. So let's play it and see. Okay, you can see a reaction. You can see this low was taken out. We've got this 1 hour order block, this series of down close candles, and we might consider this last one, this small one, and probably would have something like this reaction zone, and then this was the low that was taken out, and then we would expect to see maybe a fair value gap or another block being created, retraced to, and then we would take a buy targeting to fill this volume imbalance. So it's currently London session, and let's see if we can find a trade off of our analysis. So internally you can also see that this low was taken out, so I mean it's just a clear illustration of the ICT logo. So 15 minute, no fair value gap retracement yet. So how about we buy off of this? We can see on the block here. So let's wait a bit and see. So no confirmation provided. We can see what the block reacted to. So reacted from, go to that minute. It's actually a valid reaction. So if we take a buy right here, put this, and then we target to fill this all of this, and then we can maybe put this stop loss under the open of this candle right here. So let's see how this trade goes. And currently about to start New York, but looks like we're about to get stopped out, and boom, we were stopped out indeed. So one loss right here. Let's see how this goes. How long did it take? Just 1 hour. Okay, so we've got a sweep, this low is taken out, and then we can mark another one right here as well. So what does the 15-minute show? A sweep, a shift, and let's see if we might get any levels on the lower time frame that market will be retracing to. We have this fair value gap and this order block as well. So let's see what market really wants to react to. So we're going 30 minute, 15, and then wait for it. We got a retracement, and will this help us enter? Let's see if okay, we always provide an entry. Looks like we might be selling right here. High, and then can also target this low, or even target the lowest of the lows, or target this in this fair value gap. Can also target this low, but this one would be a long-term one. So let's see if it can at least reach into this gap right here. Let's take a shot, an opportunity at this and see. So damn, really good quick drop, no waiting or what. So 1 to 2 really got filled. It was 1 to 2, and if you took partials and then hold the rest, it would have continued until the exact bottom. So the 45 minute is showing that it went and reached into this low right as our analysis was telling us. So we can see that market has now took out also this liquidity. I mean, this is will be a great trading day. So with the 1 hour, we can see that it was a solid entry. Let's play this and see. Are we getting a push to the upside? Or is it the trick? Let's go to the 4 hour. 4 hour, you can see a great sweep off of here. We're about to see one here. So I guess that was all for today, and until we meet again, Lord willing, be safe.